All right, YouTube, welcome back once again to Pro Vibe Garage. You know me, Jamie, there's Mara, my 69 Charger, and our new garage. Still working on cleaning it out. It is organized in here. And on my business side, my new workshop, I just put these together and I am currently working on cleaning everything out. Now, if you have been following me, you know that I've just moved. And if you're new to this channel because of this video and the taglines, whatever, I have just recently moved. And the big problem that I have is I like my cigars. I had a 6.5 foot tall cabinet, 4 foot wide, and I believe it was 14 or 16 inches deep. The problem I had, it was in the basement of my old house and I could not get it up a U-shaped bend set of stairs. To get it down there, I took it apart, put the cabinet back together and built the inside of it myself. With Spanish cedar, and I pretty much built it all in place. So the problem with that now, not being able to come out of the house that I sold, I am not going to let go of my cabinet that I built. So there's part of it. I had to cut it. There's the other section. This is slightly bigger than half. It's not quite 2/3 of it. There's the doors. So what I'm gonna do now is actually modify the bigger half down to one door. And I really like these doors because these handles are very nice, big, sturdy, industrial, medieval looking handles. I love them. I really like this humidor. My huge issue is all my cigars are in there right now. They are safe. But it's been 2 weeks and a bit now that I've been in this house. I need to continue to organize. As you can see, everything is everywhere. But I need this new humidor built and sealed so I can rehydrate and protect my cigars. So for the next couple of days, it is a long weekend. It's August 1st today. It's a long weekend. I'm gonna have some time off. I need to finish this. I need to get this in one piece again and sealed up, like I said. So starting tomorrow, I am, as you can see, already starting to clean out this area. I'm gonna take everything out. I'm gonna be loading my shelves, getting my tools out of there, and starting to modify this cabinet. I need this done and it is time. And what better way to do it than share it with all of you? So let's go. Well, not yet, because I'm cleaning tonight. I'm about to have my family time, and tomorrow, let's go. All right, I'll see you all in the morning. All right, so it is now the next morning. It is Saturday, a long weekend, and I am going to start working on this. This is something that I've been putting off for the 2 weeks that I've been in this new house, or almost 3 weeks now. The biggest reason is because I just don't know where to start with it. Yeah, I know it's something I do for a living, building things, but not really sure where to start with this or how to go about doing this. The big problem I have is this Spanish cedar is overlaid the original cabinet wood. So the original cabinet, there's the sticker price, $5.50. The original cabinet is, looks like press board. And then the cedar laid over top of that. So I need to take some measurements. I got to figure out all my insides and everything. And, I had my shelving units in there. You can see where my shelves were. And it worked. But it's kind of cut and paste and not really sure where to start yet. So I'm gonna throw the door on first, I think, and I guess measure the gap and then cut this side here to match that gap on the other side. We'll see. All right, so looks like I've got an 1/8 of an inch gap. So that's what I'm gonna mimic on this side. So the door will sit 1/8 of an inch with a gap there, and then I will mimic this cut straight up from there. But then the top will jog out to the corner and mimic this full side. So this I'll be cutting off, and it is already set up. Yes, I got some paint from trying to move it out of my house, but you know, it got a little bit damaged. But this side, I'm gonna just completely cut it straight down all the side cut lines, and it's that one that I have to figure out where it's gonna be cut so that side can mate up with this side. All right, the left side is on the operating table, and I'm gonna try taking apart the screws that hold all the pieces together that I first actually undid. The problem with that is all of this is glued and sealed to the inside of that, so I'm probably gonna have to break some of that off to get the panels apart. If that doesn't work, unscrewing it and trying to gently break it, then I'll get out the oscillator and cut everything down the seams. All right, so there is the side with all my Spanish cedar. If you come down here, you can see, I guess what I did was the original, maybe hard to focus, the original side pieces like this and this down in there mimic these. Now these hold braces. There's one over here somewhere. There it is. Like this. Again, all Spanish cedar. These hold my braces that my shelves would sit on that way or this way. This way, I guess. And they would have it on an angle so you could see my cigars as they were displayed this way instead of straight. So I guess I mimicked that and ended up just scribing right over. That's hard to see, damn it. So now my next step is to get this mated to here, which means that that 1/8 of an inch gap that I want to keep here to make it look like this side, I gotta cut this and figure out where to cut all the inside of this down to the humidity cavity, I guess. I got a humidifier over there that goes in there, nice door face that goes over it. So yeah, I got to figure out where I'm cutting this, modify this section piece here in the middle, and yeah, give it a cut. All right, front face is done. Now I'm going to measure the top of the side, down the back, and all this at the bottom. Throw it up onto the operating table and very carefully, as straight as I can, cut it with hand tools, as that's too heavy for me to put through my table saw. So everything is going to be cut by hand and then sealed up after. My next step now is to measure from the front to the inside of the side piece. Mark that here and straight line as straight as I can possibly make it by hand, right across there, cut that. Same thing with all of this. This is going to all the way down the back. And then same with this side here. So I've got my mark, that's got to be cut, and then measure where the bottom will be, so all the bottom here fits. All right, so the bottom and the back is cut. And I don't know if you can really see it, but take your time. And I think that is about as straight as any machine could cut it. Yeah, all right. It helps. My blade is sharp enough, but somewhat dull. You can see all the smoke it's making. It is slowly cutting through it, so it allows me to slide nicely on it. But, I mean, look at that. For an oscillating blade, I don't think I can get any straighter than that, even on my table saw. All right, so I've tilted it back up. Now I gotta figure this side out. And then I can start seeing if the side will fit and where I need to cut this, modify this. Hopefully I don't have to do this whole section again, just because of the wiring for my lights that go out here. When they come out, they're all siliconed in and behind this panel. I realize now that's why I left that gap behind that panel, so I can run the wires. But now that they are siliconed in, that might make it a little more difficult. Although I do want to add another shelf here, and I have 3 shelves now. I want a 4th one, which I never finished. That is the starting of it from probably 5 or 6 years ago, maybe more. So all this is Spanish cedar. All right, so I'm gonna start with cutting this on the same plane as this, and then see if I have to take all the cedar inside, make a lip out of it. No idea yet, we'll see. All right, dry fitting. I noticed that my lip to seal the inside of the door, I'm gonna have to cut that to match this side. So I have the sides going all the way in. So I'll have the same thing here. Then this here has a little lip I have to cut. And then the back, I believe, I might have an issue with either this side or this side of the cedar coming together, and might have to cut off the thickness of the cedar. So you can see here, 2 pieces are coming together right there. So I have the cedar here, which this is my rail. This piece here, that's the rail for my things there. So measure that and probably have to cut the cedar on the back wall, just the cedar, so this will fit into this. We are getting there. I've been afraid of doing this project for a while and needing to do it, so I'm happy so far. Once it's all done, I know it's not a real wood, but I will most likely clean it and then paint it to make it look like wood again, somehow. All right, so this side is getting there. It's got to come back a little bit there. This side still needs to come down. You bring it down with me. This needs to come down here. I don't know how much yet, but I'm going to do some measuring and try and figure that out. It's getting there. We are getting there. All right, so because I have the original backing and then the original inside, that's another inch and then the cedar. I'm gonna start with taking off an inch of this inside cedar and see if it'll fit again, and then keep trimming if I need to. All right, so a little bit of cleanup, a bit of damage from my pry bar, but cut that off. Once I smush this down, should be good there. This side is good here. The only issue is it sticks out a little bit more than 1/8 of an inch all the way around. And as my suspicions grew, I was right. This lip needs to come off to accommodate this. So I'll scribe a line across that all the way down and then remove the cedar backing. That should be enough to go further that way and fit properly now. So that, I think, is the last that I'll have to do to make the top fit properly, and then I can put it in proper and keep sizing it. All right, I'll take you on a little tour. So we are now fitting. Got a little bit of a gap at the top there where it was cut to fit, scribed through, but all my sides are fitting nice, all the way around, all the way through the back. So now I'm going to glue all the edges together, throw some brad nails into it to hold it, and a couple screws where there's supposed to be screws. And then I can start sealing it all up. I'm probably gonna do some board and batten style, cover all these little gaps here for once and for all, and some trim in all the corners to hide up basically all the gaps and corners. Seal it right together. All right, so it is glued down, brad nailed in. And yes, I know I blew through a couple there. I'll fix that and I'll fill all the holes. I've got some dark wood putty. I'll let that glue dry. I've got this piece here still to modify. Cut this front off here, the bottom, match it up there. So I've got footings like that. I don't know if you can see that there. There we go. So adjustable feet there on this side. I will put them up on here, make it one again. Once the glue dries, I will then seal all the inside up. And like I said, board and batten and all that, some little pieces of trim, nice little flat stock that I will cut out of all those pieces on the floor over there. Finally get rid of that. Expensive wood. I don't know what I'll do with the rest of it, but yeah, we're getting there. I'm getting very happy. And then modifying my shelves. So, done for today. I'm gonna let the glue dry. I'm gonna go get cleaned up, charge my phone, and off to my in-laws for my wife's birthday party. So, tomorrow. Some more work on this tomorrow. All right, now I got my foot screwed in. I've thrown screws across the back where they go corresponding to the other side. It is glued and screwed. It's time to stand it up. All right, so a big issue I have now is this is one of the trays that used to house or hold my cigars. And well, obviously I'm gonna have to modify it. And what I used to have, oh, right here, yeah, is underneath, I had 24-inch mounted lights. They no longer fit in here. So these I'm gonna take out and replace them with 18-inch or maybe 12-inch lights. And yeah, one more modification to do. So I've dry fit the door, see how it works. It's got a little bit of spring coming out. Which isn't bad. It fits. It's consistent gap all the way around, top to bottom, side to side. But I got to figure out a new mounting bracket or something that's going to keep it locked closed. It used to have these two, just key, basically a swing lock that would lock this door to that door, and that door locked to the top and the bottom of the cabinet. So now that it's half the cabinet, I need to figure something else out. I still need to take out the lights. I need to modify these, which I have marked where they're gonna cut. And with all this material here, I'm gonna build another one of these. Two more over there. I've got the deeper shelf for my open box cigars, whatever, my loose cigars. And then these two here were for my boxes, all of my 10, 20, 25 count boxes, whatever they were, my jars. So more coming. I got to figure some things out and see how I'm going to go ahead with this. And I'll keep you all updated very soon, probably tomorrow. I'll keep going with this video. It's not done yet, but we're going to go. We're going to do it. All right, my first shelf is ready. I have another one to cut up and another one to make entirely. These ones I like to put on an angle. They hold my boxes of cigars. So I have 1, 2, 3 on angles like that. And then the bottom one, which will go here, is more of a box, and that's for all my singles. And that goes straight from one to the other, where these ones go from one up to the next one. So there we go. One is in, one to build, one more to modify, and the lower box to modify, which is right there. So coming soon. All right, size-wise, square footage-wise, I built these all so they match up. So this one, which was the first one that I finished, I will just lay it over top, line up my two supports, and cut the other ones to fit. So we've got this little notch that fits and goes around the support brackets. And I will put that again in the same spot because this one fits well. And then with the basket part, or the lower box, I guess I will pretty much box it in just the way it is here, but up there. Should work. I have downgraded my amount of cigars as well, so everything should fit still in my smaller humidor. It is literally half the size that it was, but it is what it is, and it's what I had to do. So get cutting. All right, it's been a good couple days. I got the bottom drawer in. I got my first angled shelf. Like I said, one more, and then I've got to build another one. So I got my bottom drawer, which can go anywhere, this one or the next one up. You saw both. This one, and then another one, and another one. I'm gonna have a light again at the top and on the bottom of each drawer. So I need to get 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't need another one there. So just 4 of them. And yeah, I'll have it pretty much back to the way it was, but half the size. So I am going to go ahead and cut up the other one, modify that, get it in there, and then do all my trim work. And that'll be the end of that. For now, I'm gonna end this video here. I hope you all enjoyed it. And if you did, like, subscribe, keep watching. I've got the car, still working on it. I've got my workshop, still working on it, still a mess. But I wanted to get this over there, somewhere right about there, and out of my way and get my cigars, which are sealed up in there. back in the cabinet because I don't want them to get ruined. I have some of those that are 2009. So I've got one from 98. Want them to stay good. And I need to get them back in here rather than with my Bovita packs and sealed into a cooler. So more coming. Stay tuned. And thank you all for watching. See you all next time.